I would say that Papa and I argue over stupid stuff. And by stupid stuff, I mean um, okay, he always takes the trash out. I, 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 I don't think I've ever taken the trash out. Like, I do take the trash out, but he's more the he's more the trash taker outer. He mows the lawn, you know, whatever. But like we argue over stupid things like I'll come home from work and um he's been home all day and you know, I'll I will have thought that he should have done something like, you know, taken the dog out 5 times instead of 2 or maybe, just something weird. Like the paper towel roll was empty. He should have changed that out. Just stupid stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff we argue over. Well, why didn't you change the paper towel roll? I mean, it's been empty all day. Just say it dishes and laundry. No, because you do dishes and laundry. You do dishes and laundry. Yes, we have to find things to argue about so that at least we keep up the facade. No, but you do them. I mean, I know girls that at work, and you do actually do you cook dinner, and I there are girls at work, and there's one girl in particular at work. She's on like, "What's everybody cooking for dinner tonight?" And I'll always I'll say, "Oh well, Papa's cooking me this for dinner tonight," and she looks at me, and I'm like, "Why are you looking like that?" And she's like, "Must be nice," and I was like, "No, it's called a partnership. It's, I mean, he doesn't expect me to come home after working 40 hours and a week and, working 8 hours a day and then have to cook a dinner. If we're having something simple, he can do it." Has, has called a husband looking after. Yeah. I mean, we're a partnership and he does it sometimes. I do it sometimes. I mean, though I will say it does make it easier. Like when he cooks his spaghetti, and his spaghetti is the best. I mean, he has the best spaghetti. Like if he does it on the weekend, well, no, you're not just loafing about the house. No. And I'm not trying to make it sound like you don't work. I'm saying, but like when he makes his spaghetti, it's just easier sometimes if he does it on the weekend. That way technically he doesn't have to step away from his desk for work. I'm telling you, Clincy, he makes the best spaghetti in the whole wide world. I don't know. I've seen what he puts in it. It's nothing different than what I would put in spaghetti, but it's delicious. The kids love it. Our youngest always says she'll come over for spaghetti and she'll take some home because she loves it that much. Yeah, he makes it in an Instapot, but and the last time he made it, it wouldn't. It kept trying to burn the spaghetti. It burnt the spaghetti. So our Instapot's acting weird. We haven't had it in a while. But I need to go to the grocery store this afternoon because I've got to get lunches for this week. And I already know what I'm making, so. My parents married for 50 years, and the key to the success of their long marriage is they understood that marriage is a two-way street. It works both ways. Mom looks after dad, dad looks after mom. Both worked hard to raise their kid. Yes. Yes. We had 3 girls, and when we moved away from my family um, to a different state, um, we knew that we had to because we had one that was young, and we had they were 3, 5, 3, 6, and 10. And no, 13. 3, 6, and 13. And of course, when the 13-year-old came home, she could help me. And the 10-year-old, no, the 6-year-old, she was very helpful. But when the 3-year-old was home with me, I worked overnight so she wouldn't have to go to daycare. So I would come home, he would go to work, and he would get the other ones off to school, and then I would try to sleep a little, you know, during the day. But yes, it's a partnership. Yes, I completely agree. Completely agree. I had watched a lady explain her marriage with her husband once, and that's how she said it. It was like, how can you make sure you're giving enough to so the other person doesn't feel like they're overwhelmed. You know, said Paul works for, yes, he does. Oh well, if we're talking about breadwinner, he's the breadwinner. I'm he's the breadwinner. I'm the bacon winner. Well, maybe he should be the bacon winner and I should be the breadwinner because bacon's really expensive nowadays. And the thing of it is I mean, it's great. Like, I think it works out really good because, like, he says he doesn't do laundry or dishes. Yes, he does, because he can come down and he will start, like, he can start a load of dishes, and after he takes the dog out in like 5-10 minutes, and then he can go back to work and nobody knows that he's done that. So, like, anybody at work, I mean, it's not consider they don't consider him slacking off and not doing his job. But and I've always told, like, my job, I honestly think that my job could be done from home. We have a girl right now, she's working from home because of childcare issues. And so I mean, it's really nice that they're allowing her to work from home to work through it, because they could be butts and they could just say, you know what, if you can't be at work, you just need to find another job. And they're not doing that. So, I mean, it's nice that things like that could happen. But I also feel like I'm the kind of person that needs social interaction. And I actually probably count this as part of my social interaction for the week, because I get to talk to people, and we're not totally peopling, but we're peopling. We're peopling with people we like. That's it. Oh, did you see Cub was talking? We're going to swing by and pick you up on our way to Maryland, Fairy Dust. It's a hop, skip, and a jump. We'll pick you up, throw you in the car, and be on our way to Maryland. And then Clancy's going to fly over from Finland, and then we're just, we're going to get an Airbnb, and we're going to party like it's 1999. Oh, wait, that's when Clancy was born, was 1999. What a great year. At least that's what Prince was. Prince said, we're going to party like it's 1999. So, anyway, I don't know if I'm at least gonna switch over colors. I mean, not colors. Finish to the end of this. My head's feeling a little better. So the ibuprofen is kicking in and working well. What does everybody have planned for the rest of the day? We're obviously the kids are going to be over here at 1, and then we're going to have lunch, an early lunch. Thank you for the follow, Ninja. Thank you. I know. Papa and I'll never forget. We stayed up for New Year's Eve that year because Y2K. And we were working a puzzle. And I probably still have the puzzle somewhere rolled up. But sentimental reasons, I don't know. But it was a big picture of I think like New York or something. Yes, it was a city skyline puzzle. But I think it was like New York or something like that. And we did that puzzle, and we actually finished the puzzle before midnight. I know I have some laundry that I want to do, like linens, like bed linens, things like that. Get those done for the week. But I'm actually drying some clothes right now, so as we speak, my dryer is working. I was actually thinking the other day how funny it was, like when I was a kid, and we're talking like 10, so like 40 years ago. And though when I say 40 years ago, people go, oh, that's a long time. But when I go, oh, in 1980, I feel like that. When I say 1980, it's like, oh, it feels like it's only 20 years ago. But then when I say it's 43 years ago, then I felt like really, really whatever. But I remember in the summertime that when you wash your clothes, it went out on a line. And it went out in the backyard on a line. And I thought, if I probably didn't have like weirdo neighbors, I would probably have a small line out. And by weirdo neighbors, there are people that live further away from us, but like they could probably see our yard because from their second story, they would probably complain. But, and I don't know why I would even worry about them complaining, but I'd just rather not hear it. But I would probably hang some things I would hang out to dry. Because clothes just smelled better when you hung them outside. I know that sounds weird, but well, we have a weird homeowners association president. We're not a part of our homeowners association because it's voluntary, but just to have them send us a letter in the mail or something stating that we were whatever. He's weird. This guy drives around the neighborhood, and he drives around the neighborhood like 2 or 3 times a day, Monday through Friday. He's just nosy. He's nosy. So He's retired. He has nothing better to do. He owns like 12 properties in our neighborhood. So he really has nothing better to do than to probably drive around and make sure his people are following the homeowners rules 100%. But, hey. Thank you for the 15 bits, Mentally. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Think we've lost Clancy. He's probably out getting a candy bar right now. Oh no, he had a Kit Kat. That's right, he did. He had a Kit Kat. He had. See, I was out thinking you went and got more snacks. So, do a lot of places your Instagram post for tomorrow? I know I've got to get better on my Instagram posts. There for a while when I had the Hungry Caterpillar, I was posting something every day. Weird behavior around the neighborhood is 100% illegal where I live, and the police just don't care about how old you are. They will be brutal. It's under our maintenance and public peace order. Oh, that's cool. I do have to get better about posting on my Instagram. But like I said, when I did the Caterpillar, I had something to post almost every day or every other day. And when I would do stuff, for the Hungry Caterpillar, I would if I did 2 things in one day, if I did something like 2 things in one day, I would save one for one day and one for the next. But what I need to do is I need to be more, I really do probably need to start picking up my whips and finishing them. And it would make for a lot of easier content just finishing my whips, I think. Yeah, weird. That is very subjective. That's like um, when I work with people with insurance, and when they go, well, my insurance said it was covered, and I always say, well, covered is a relative term. Um, so basically, your insurance will cover it, but that doesn't mean they're going to pay for it 100%. My craft goal this year was to get through all my whips, and finish my whips, or only using what I had in stock. It's been really nice. Long story short, basically mean anything that is considered to be antisocial behavior or disturbance of the peace that be considered illegal, both because both laws are incredibly vague. Oh. Well, like our fairy dust, our HOA is voluntary. So that's what I'm gonna do, Ninja. I'm literally going to have to I have things written down, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. It probably will make me feel better too, because once you finish a whip, you feel 100% better because you've completed something. It's not just sitting there staring at you from across the room. I would be locked up too mentally, because our neighbors, okay, we have neighbors on the left-hand side. I'm going to call them the left-hand side because I'm looking this way, so they're on the left-hand side. So, and it's an older couple, but they're the sweetest people in the whole wide world. I mean, they're very active. When they told me how old they were, I did not believe how old they were, because they don't act it, they don't look it. They're just active. but they pretty much keep to themselves. Neighbors on the right, younger couple, have 3 kids. Wouldn't even know that they have 3 kids unless you're outside and the kids are in the backyard along with us. Like if we're in our backyard and they're in their backyard and the kids are playing, you can hear them screaming and being kids, just being kids. It's not like they're doing anything extraordinary or extravagant or breaking the peace or anything like that. They're just being kids. Love those neighbors to death too because keep to themselves too. Papa and I are very, um, I would say probably use the word antisocial. We, uh, Papa mows the yard. He'll speak to people. He'll be like, hey, how you doing? Yes, we are hermits. Um, but, he'll speak to people while he's out doing yard work. I'll speak to him when I'm coming in from leaving my car, like when I'm getting off work. If I see him, hi, how you doing? That kind of thing. But, you know, we keep to ourselves too. you know. Now, they had a party, the neighbors on the left, the older couple, they had a party last weekend and they had people in. I think her family's from Kentucky, and they had people in like that, and they were having a big pool party and whatever in their backyard. And they literally said, if you guys want to come over, we'll have enough burgers, blah, 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 and things like that. And did we? No, but we knew they meant it. They meant that we could. There is a government issued guidelines of what actually is considered to be true antisocial behavior, and that's what you just and what's just you being. Oh, okay. So simply, oh well, if we, ooh, common sense is a rarity. So, but yeah, so we knew they meant it. They literally meant that we could come over and have a burger and all that stuff, but they knew we weren't coming over. But she was like, I want you to come over and meet my sisters. And I was like, okay. She never called. She probably figured, oh, she's probably taking a nap. Because sometimes they'll come over. The husband will come over and he'll be like, oh, son, my wife wanted Bray to have this. And Papa will be like, oh, she's taking a nap right now. Because I do love my naps. I do love my naps. Who doesn't love naps? As a child, I wish I really realized how great naps are. What's funny is, I when I used to work at 4 in the morning, I would come home every day and take a nap. Yes, naps are the best. They're underrated. It's like a saltine cracker. Saltine crackers are underrated. And I know that went from one thing to way out here, but I'm telling you right now, naps are like saltine crackers, underrated. Well, saltines are good, like if you're not feeling good, a saltine cracker is always the best. If you're not feeling good, a nap's always the best. Naps are always the best. Thank you for the lurk, Rainbow. So, what does everyone have planned for the rest? Well, I think I've asked that already. Because My little Coda is helping me set up my new picnic table desk. Oh, that's great. You shall never view a saltine in the same way. Well, in saltine crackers, I'm going to say this for you, Des. Saltine crackers, you can put cheese on them. You can put peanut butter on them. You can eat them plain. You need to find energy. My plan is to survive the heat. It's 80 degrees here already. Listen to me, already. Crispy fish and mashed potatoes. That sounds wonderful. I love crispy fish. I really do. It's not. I'm European to put salt on crackers. Okay. I mean, hey. It's 90 degrees in Georgia. I think Fairy Dust said it was going to be 98 where he was at today. It's 91, but feels like 101 in Mississippi. Put them in soup. Yes. So I used to use saltine crackers and meatloaf. Now I use breadcrumbs, but I used to use saltine crackers. See, I know that. And they're always good in soup. They're always good in soup. Crumble them up. Chili, they're good in chili too. You use dry. My grandmother used to use oatmeal and meatloaf. Yes, Papa will take the bag of croutons I have in the pantry and he will just eat them like it's a chip. Or a cracker. He eats it just like it's a cracker. I use saltines at work. I take saltines to work and I have a jar of peanut butter, and I will put peanut butter on them and eat them like for a snack. But I also have like bags of popcorn at work, and like I love popcorn. I love to eat a bag of popcorn. And I can eat a whole bag of popcorn by myself. I don't need anyone to share it with. I can eat it all by myself. But there is a girl at work. When she hears me, I'm so sorry. When she hears me pop my bag of popcorn, she's like, "Oh, popcorn tax. Because you popped it, I heard it, and I need some." So I always laugh because I always go to her desk and say, "Where's your plate for your popcorn tax?" And it's a lot easier. Like, I like snacks like that at work instead of like all kinds of like, they're just easier snacks and they're healthier, if you have to say that word, healthier snacks. Yeah. I think, I think I probably did take mentally, I did take a Tylenol PM and I just didn't know it. I am going to get to the end of this. Going to get to the end of this skein of yarn, at least. And I'm going to measure the blanket and see how far we are. I think I measured it when it was just the one, and it was like 9 inches or something. So that meant it was going to at least be 27 inches long with 3 skeins of yarn. If my tension stayed the same and pretty much with the Suzette stitch it does. It stays the same. It doesn't. And I think it's looking pretty darn good right now.